Hey everyone, it's me. Who else would it be? So, I'm just sitting here. The dogs are sniffing my pickle jelly beans. Um, and I just today is just one of those days. Okay, like don't take it personal. No, today is one of those days where it's just like things are irritating me, and don't worry, it's not about Hatter. So like I don't know, like it was okay. It's just you know how sometimes like people get on your nerves, which is always for me, and like things going on. Well, there was a few things, but what really got me today was like, if you've been here for a while, you know about the situation with all the strays and stuff. And there was that guy who was unalived, and then there was another guy who was attacked a couple months ago, and tonight there was another one. And of course, it was a pit. And you know, I see the talking heads are already talking about banning them, which I will live in my car. I'll live in my Kia. So, you know, the talking heads are already talking about banning pit bulls and stuff. So this does not help. And you know, people are talking trash on there, and of course, it gets my blood boiling because you know all these people who overbreed these animals. This is a tiny town. There doesn't need to be this many dogs. And then the fact that people don't take care of them, they let them run the streets, let them run loose, they abandon them. I mean, they just breed them and breed them and breed them, and they don't train them or take care of them or treat them like family. They just leave them outside. Okay, sorry, I'm really passionate about animals. And Junior's staring at me like, wow, mom, wow, you're really he's like, I don't know what you're talking about, but you're passionate about it. His ears are like, he's like, whoa, mom. I wish I could take a picture of him and put it here. I need to have my other phone in here. He's looking at me like, wow. Now give me a pickle jelly bean or there's abuse. Oh, baby. Okay. Yeah, I get really passionate about animals, and it makes it hard for me to live here because of the way animals are treated. And how many strays, and you know this is I don't even feel safe taking a walk, and I'm not the only person who feels that way. I was talking to a friend tonight, and she's like, you know, I don't even feel safe walking in the streets. You know, I have to walk in the house because of all these dogs running loose, and I'm afraid to let my dogs out. What if they hop a fence or just yeah, because we've had a dog hop the fence before. So, I mean, it's not like it's only like a 5 foot fence or whatever it is. Yeah, so it's just one of those things that are just really get me. There was a couple other things, and then you know, I don't know why. I should have known better. I ventured a little bit into some reaction channels for Girl World, and I got a little annoyed. I always do. And I should know better. I really should. Like, it just makes me feel like, ugh, people. I don't have very much faith or love or anything for humans today. I have a very big disdain today for them. Hopefully, it'll get better. It's gonna be really hard to make it better. That's why dogs. That's why dogs. You know, and it's just what was I gonna say? Okay, so in that one video that got like over 2,000 views. Yeah, I know. Ouch. So in that one video that got over 2,000 views. Oh, I think people got the impression. There we go. I think people got the impression that like Josh is a narcissist or whatever, and you know, because that video was honestly made for the people who watch my channel religiously, or at least you know, the people who watch my channel, who have been here, because the whole point of this channel is not to like get famous or anything like that. It's just me, a lonely, isolated, agoraphobic introvert who lives in a town where she hates mostly everybody except for the really cool ones, and you know who you are. And even though she likes them, she doesn't hang out with them because she just doesn't like to be around people. And it's not that she does, and she also doesn't have time. So, and has a hard time trusting people to, you know, keep in touch, to be out into the world and not be so isolated. um, you know, just my way of peopling, I guess, without peopling. So, you know, I have people who have been on this channel for, well, I was going to say 15 years. No, like 12 years. I have some people who've been on this channel for like 10 or 11 years. Because when I had my old channel, we're, oh shit. Okay, everything's fine. It was just the neighbor's dog, and he got home from work and excited. No, all dogs are okay. That wasn't, it was the neighbor's dog. Obviously, it was a little dog. Okay, back to the topic at hand. So I think people got the impression that like Josh was a narcissist, or like active in his alcoholism before he was diagnosed with dementia. And here's the thing, like, I don't think he's a narcissist. I said, you know, I feel as if he has narcissistic traits, and my PTSD finds it myself comparing it to my narcissistic abuse in the past. Like, wow, he does this and it reminds me of this and this and this, and it triggers like a snowball reaction. And I'm not always the most concise with my words or the clearest with my words, because I'm bouncing, my brain is like all the time. So keeping in a straight line is hard for me. So anyways, and when he got dementia, was diagnosed with the dementia, whichever. Okay, before he was diagnosed with the dementia in November, he was sober for a year. What had happened was my sister, and you know, I'm not going to go to the whole story about my sister, but when she came down here with my nephew, and then when she went back to her abusive ex and left and all this stuff, after like 2 years, 3 years, no, after all that time, because of, you know, just people coming and going, and we all got COVID, and Josh got really, really sick, and he was already sober at this time. And he had, his pancreas had started going bad, like giving him issues, so that's why he decided to quit. And he wasn't, like, honestly, you couldn't even tell he drank, because he was just always so chill. He never had another personality. He never got out crazy or anything like that. Junior, no, don't do that. No. You know, he didn't get belligerent. He didn't drive. He was pretty chill. But with the pancreas now, like, and not when Reggie comes, it's not always because he's drinking. It's also because sometimes he works too much, and then he sweats, and his pancreas is like, hey, chill the F out. So right now, trying to find a balance of work that doesn't make him sick, because he doesn't want to quit his job. He loves his job. And it's doing really cool things in the community too, and he loves that. And, you know, we live in a food desert, and they're trying to make Tucumcari carry a food hub for fresh produce at his work. They have a huge order for fruits and vegetables, and yeah, big things happening with it. Even made it newspaper article. So he's really excited, and he doesn't want to give up his job. And he's still like, it's not that bad, but he's still pretty coherent. I don't know how to explain it. Unless you're around him a lot, you just don't see it too much. Except when he's doing this, because he works too much and his pancreas is like, or now when he drinks, he becomes grumpy, which is totally new experience. But yeah, so that's what that is. But when he found out, he's 42. He was 41 at the time when he found out. So imagine being 41 and being told you probably have dementia and you have the brain of an 80-year-old. Got him depressed and he started drinking again. So, yeah, and honestly, it's not the only thing that's driving me nuts in my life. I'm sitting here every day. I do YouTube to keep myself sane, to make myself feel like I'm not stuck in this place that's horrible and I hate, but I own my house, like as in own my house. And I take care of my mother who's on oxygen, and moving to another state would be really hard with all her stuff, medical, doctors, all of that. And my house would probably only sell for like 30 or 40 because the house property values are so low here. And that is not going to get a 2-family with a yard. And I have 4 dogs, and 2 of them are fosters that I'm pretty sure I'm going to be stuck with. There's no gym, there's no swimming pool, there's nothing I enjoy doing in this town except for YouTube. And yeah, so I'm just trying to keep myself sane because there's all of that, and I'm really just trying to see the silver lining, and I'm trying to be as happy as I possibly can. And then, like on top of taking care of my mother and the 4 dogs that I have to switch and alternate because the 2 bonded pairs aren't bonded with each other. And then Pip being deaf and having birth defects and probably doggy ADHD and being heart husky, it really keeps me on my toes and is quite the challenge to train. Yeah. So, there's all that. So it's not just Josh that makes me feel that way, but like, I'm not saying, hey, feel sorry for me. I'm just explaining this is my life. And that's why sometimes I seem depressed when I do vlogs, because I'm not necessarily depressed. I'm just explaining my life, and there's not much good in my life. Except for my dogs. And Josh, when he's Josh. And I love my mom being here. So, I have family issues that I don't really talk about. Talk about it a little bit in the members only, but I don't talk about it too much. Because I don't have a lot of family. I literally only have like my mom here. I have no other family, and I have my aunt. I have a sister that I'm whatever from, and a nephew that I haven't talked to in over a year that I miss very much and love dearly. And there's legal issues going on with that I don't want to talk about, but it breaks my heart every day. So here I am just sitting here trying to find some good in life. So that's why I ignore Girl World, by the way, because I want happy. I want to escape for a little while. I love all the people I've met on here and are friends with, like maybe not in real life. We may never meet, but I think about you, and I talk about you to my husband, or, well, whatever he is now. I talk about you with Hatter, and, I made a joke with his mom. I said, are they my friends or are they my coworkers or are they my coworker friends? You know, because I'll be telling them, hey, Potato Patty this and Tasha this and plain vanilla grandma this, and, you know, oh yeah, and my friend Angie, and yeah, I like, are they my friends, my coworkers, or my coworker friends? I don't know. Got like 30 seconds left. So I just want to say I love everybody that I've got to know on a personal level, whether or not you have an active channel. And I remember all of you, including you, Anonymous. So yeah, thank you for being here and thank you for being a friend. Okay, going to bed now because the boss is talking to me. Stay humble and stay kind and look out for those normal people, okay?